Hello, my name is Patrick Long and welcome to your Catapult Benefit Minute. This is part of our series, Top 10 Costs. Where does our money go? Today's topic, number 10, billing errors. You notice I put quotes around errors because a lot of it seems very intentional and therefore not a true error. But this is also known as fraud, waste, and abuse, or FWA if you studied forensic accounting or enterprise CPAs. The global firm PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, studied tens of thousands of medical bills and found that 80% had errors. 80%, not 0.8, not 8, 80%. 4 out of 5 bills had mistakes. Now, many of them were not impactful to the bottom line. Many of them were miscoded but the same price or had things out of place. But 80%, when it's billions, if not trillions of dollars, you would think that they would get the billing correct. But since you're paying the bill, you're the true payer, there doesn't seem to be anyone who cares. That's going to change. What happens? What is this fraud, waste, and abuse? It comes under mistakes, some of them honest, double billing, keystroke errors, somebody charged for an extra room, somebody charged for 2 drugs when they only took 1. Then intentional things like upcoding. Especially in the ER, we see this. So somebody comes in and the attending will rank them on trauma. So if you walk in with an appendicitis or a tummy ache or something like that, you shouldn't be charged the same rate as somebody who was in an accident or a gunshot victim, but they'll upcode you in the ER to get more money. They also do unnecessary testing. They unbundle. They'll take a bundled package price and break it out by the 6 components and charge you separately for higher costs. So there's all sorts of things that happen with upcoding and fraud, waste, and abuse in the hospitals, particularly. Also in pharma, a huge area of abuse. Rebates that aren't passed through, discounts that are kept by the PBMs, all sorts of formulary changes that they make. Charging you more for generics than they should. There's all sorts of things like that. The latest case is being Cigna in Ohio being sued and losing by overcharging for tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars on those plans. But it happens for all the bucas. So all of this adds up to a lot of bad stuff that's happening repeatedly, and you're paying for it, right? What can we do about it? Well, if you're in a status quo plan, like most of you are, there's very weak auditing. You can't request that. You can't tell them that you feel like you suspect something. There's high volume, so they're not interested in individual claims. It just kind of comes out in the wash. What's $1 million here, $1 million there when you're a $10 billion company? They use very old technology, and they have very poor processes. A lot of human error, a lot of IT error in the status quo system. Hero is very different. We don't auto-adjudicate all these claims. We have real audits. We have lower volume and new technology. So we're able to use AI, machine reading to go in and look at the claims and make sure that they're correct, and then hand audit the higher cost claims. We also have incentive programs for employees. If they find a problem or suspect something, take a picture of the bill and send it to us. They get 25% of the savings back. So the plan keeps 75% of the savings and the employee gets 25% back. So that's a nice way to incentivize them if they feel like there was double billing or they've been billed for drugs that they didn't take, anything like that. The employees incentivized will find a lot of fraud. And there's savings in all this. The estimate from PwC on the 80% of bills having problems, that's 3 to 5%, maybe 6, 7% of your plan dollars. So that really adds up over time. If you can have an average trend of 7% increase and you have 7% in fraud, boy, that's compounded too. So there's a lot of effort being focused on fraud, waste, and abuse here, and I think it's really going to make a difference over time. Thanks for watching.